Tell me about your background.
Okay. So I am Aniv Mazumder. I am from Kolkata, West Bengal. I have done BMath and MMath from ISI Bangalore and currently doing MTech Cryptography and Security from ISI Kolkata. This is my last semester going.
So you are from which college?
ISI Bangalore.
Okay, you are ISI Bangalore. So that means you are from mathematics background, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So any topic preferences?
Uh, Statistics, I like probability and estimation, like the sufficiency, completeness, those part.
You can share your screen.
I can't hear anything from Ananya sir. Is he saying anything?
अनन्या आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है क्या? आपका इंटरनेट इशू सॉल्व हुआ? ओके, तो राइट अ क्वेश्चन अनिव. ए एंड बी A and capital B be two events.
Sure. Events.
Probability of A lies between.
Hello.
This A is small a.
हाँ, नहीं कैपिटल है. ओके.
Okay.
Probability of A
A
belongs to
belongs to
open 0 to 1
0, 1.
and probability of B also belongs to open 0 to 1.
Here.
If probability of A union B equal to 1,
Here. 1.
then please comment about independency of event A and B. Then please
I
comment.
couldn't understand this part. Like probability A belongs to 0
नहीं
to 1.
probability of event A. Probability
Okay,
of
okay.
event A. हाँ.
Okay, okay.
हाँ. Then what can you say about event A and B are independent or not?
Okay. So 1 equals to probability A union B is given, which is probability A plus probability A intersection B. So if A and B are independent, then we can say that 1 minus probability A minus probability B plus probability A probability B equals to 0. That means probability A complement probability B complement equals to 0. So I am taking common 1 minus PA in one bracket, and then
Yes,
taking
yes,
common
yes.
B. and then this part.
Hmm.
So that means either probability of A complement equals to 0 or probability of B complement equals to 0. So, but that is not possible because probability of A and probability of B lies strictly between 0 and 1. So A and B cannot be independent.
Okay, right.
So do I erase this to clear the page?
Please write the definition of continuous function.
Continue. Should I erase this part? Because this is
Yes,
technical.
yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So if from, so I am taking a set A from R. A is a subset of R. So I am defining continuity for real lines only.
Okay.
Okay. So answer is continuous if for all epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta greater than 0 such that f of x minus f of y less than epsilon for all x minus y less than delta, where x or y belongs to A. So this is the epsilon delta definition of continuous functions.
Okay. So is sum of two discontinuous function may be continuous.
Yes.
Write an example.
So f equals to 1 if x less than equals to 0, equals to minus 1 if x greater than 0. So this is one of the function I'm picking. This is from R to R. Also g is minus 1 if x less than equals to 0 and equals to 1 if x is greater than 0. So both have a jump discontinuity at 0. So f is my 1. So graph of f looks like 1 before this 0 and then it jumps to minus 1 with a discontinuity here. And for g the graph looks like minus 1 initially and then plus 1. But f plus g is identical equals to 0. A plus g is identical equals to 0, which is a continuous function because which is a constant function.
Okay. It is possible that f is continuous everywhere and g is also continuous everywhere, then their sum and product both are simultaneously continuous everywhere.
Yes, that is possible.
Give
So
me an example.
sure, I am erasing this workspace. So if x equals to gx equals to x for all x belongs to R, then f plus g is just 2x and f g equals to x squared.
No, discontinuous everywhere.
Okay,
Discontinuous
discontinuous
everywhere.
everywhere.
My question is, f and g both function are discontinuous everywhere,
Hmm.
then possible both sum and product both are continuous simultaneously everywhere.
So can I think for like a few moments?
Take a time, no problem.
So discontinuous everywhere. So if I define fx to be 1 for all x belongs to rational and minus 1 for all x belongs to irrational, gx equals to minus 1 for all x belongs to, so x belongs to rational and 1 for all X belongs to irrational. Then F and G are discontinuous at all points. This is clear because at every rational
Yes,
F
yes.
is 1, and
Hmm.
then F plus G is identically 0 again,
Hmm.
because at rational F plus G equals to 0 and irrational F plus G equals to 0. And Fg equals to minus 1 for all X. So this is also continuous. So F plus G and Fg both are continuous everywhere.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
Sir, may I ask?
Yes,
any
yes,
question?
yes, yes. Yes,
Yeah,
please
so,
proceed. Okay.
hi, Aniv. So I want to ask a question. Suppose f is a function from close 0 to 1 by 2025.
1 by
Sorry,
2025.
close 0 1 to close 0 1 by 1. Close 0 1 to close 0.
1 second. I'm not very familiar with the writing pad, so I am just
Yeah, sure.
taking time.
0 1
1
by
by
2025. Yeah,
okay.
close. Yeah. The f is a function and an is a sequence of reals.
And
Is a sequence of reals with a0 equals to 0 and a1 is 1.
is equals to 0, a1 equals to
a1
1,
is
and
1. Yeah, and a k plus 1 equals to integration
sure.
in a ak minus 1 to ak. The integration is over ak minus 1 to ak. Yeah, fx dx. I want to compute bk equals to
bk equals to
limit n goes to infinity
infinity.
ak plus 1 by
N plus 1.
ak plus 1.
Okay.
No. You are
Okay,
doing
plus
ak plus 1 by ak minus
ak minus
1.
ak minus 1.
And
So this is
whole
k,
to the
limit k
power n.
into.
So
Okay, this is whole to the
no,
power.
it's whole to the power. Yeah. Does this limit depends on k? That's my question.
Do I know that if f is continuous or not? No,
We don't know anything.
Okay. So at least we know that f is bounded,
Why?
because f's range is 0 to 1 by 2025.
Okay, yeah.
So of course mod of x, actually f is non-negative function, so just fx is greater than equals to 0, less than equals to 1 by
It's greater than equals to 1. Yeah.
there is some m. I'm just writing in for convenience of notation. And this m is strictly less than 1 always.
Of course.
0 to 5 I can write. So this is also less than equals to 1 by 0 to 5. ak minus 1. ak minus 1. And ak plus 1 minus. Okay. So ak plus 1 by ak minus 1 is less than equals to 1 by 2025 and greater than equals to 0. This is, we know that this. So power of n is less than equals to the power of n.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then limit n tends to infinity, this goes to 0.
Yeah, good. Okay. I understand. So, yes, erase this part. I would like to ask another question.
Okay.
So, do you mind if I ask you from algebra?
No problem. I'll try.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, so suppose A is a n cross n matrix. Cross n matrix. And this is a real matrix, symmetric matrix, real symmetric.
Achha,
Is
real symmetric.
so okay. Can you say anything about its eigenvalue?
Eigenvalues are real.
Already. Cool. Okay. So is this matrix diagonalizable?
No, always being symmetric always doesn't mean diagonalizable,
Is it so?
because if I take a matrix 0, 1, 1, 0, this is symmetric, but this is not diagonalizable.
Why?
Because this is, suppose this is the matrix A, and then we have A square equals to identity. So the characteristic equation for this is x square minus 1 equals x square minus 1 characteristic equation. So that is x minus, oh no, sorry.
First, define diagonalizability condition, please.
Okay. So,
What do you mean by diagonalizable? That is
so by diagonalizable, I mean that if A is a matrix, then there will be a P matrix which is orthogonal, and we have P inverse DP. A can be written as P inverse DP, where D is the diagonal matrix. D is some diagonal matrix, lambda
okay.
1 to lambda n. These are the eigenvalues of A.
Okay, write sum is
So
property.
The property of a diagonalizable matrix.
Yes.
So a matrix A will be diagonalizable if and only if A is diagonalizable. If and only if the overall there is a basis V1, V2 to Vn of Rn, which consists of solely of all the of eigenvalues of A. So there is a basis, this is a basis B of Rn, such that V1, V2, Vn all are eigenvalues of A, eigenvectors of A. So this is a if and only if condition to have a diagonalizable matrix.
Okay. Proceed. Ananya, proceed.
yeah. So can you say diagonal? Okay, I am telling you, if A is a n cross n real matrix, then of course you can say is
It is
always
diagonalizable.
diagonalizable. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So suppose I am telling you there exists a k is an integer, such that a to the power k is I. So what can you say? Can you say that a square is equal to I? Can it be possible?
A to the power k equals to R. No, that is not necessary. We can say that.
Then
Hey,
give me
no,
an
that
counter example for that. You can
okay.
take n is equals to 2 for your convenience, but
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So if I take the matrix, I can take any k as this one, right? And then I have to
But you
show
have
that.
to careful that there should be real and symmetric. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So if I take a real symmetric matrix for which like I am like having A cube equals to I, and then I am showing that A square is not equals to I, then that is the answer for the question, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. So then A square e to the power k equals to I. You can A is still the real symmetric matrix. So A to the power k equals to
Yeah.
P to the power minus 1 D to the power kp. Because this is P inverse dp, P inverse dp, then the P inverse parts will cancel out. So this is,
Okay.
and D is just lambda 1 to the power k, lambda 2 to the power k, then lambda n to the power k. This is what we have. This is a diagonal matrix, the D. So this is
This should be d to
identity.
the power k. You are trying to.
Okay, I am
This
just
d to the power
clearing.
k.
Yes, this is D to the power k. Actually, the space is a bit less and I am not familiar, so I am
Just to
having a
clear
bit problem.
the rest part. Yeah.
So D to the power k equals to diagonal lambda 1 k, lambda 2 k, and lambda n k. Mm,
You are trying to prove it or disprove it? I mean, that is I'm asking.
I am having a bit confusion regarding whether my answer was correct or not. So I am trying to approach if I get the correct answer.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
So this is also identity. This is what I need. Because this is identity. No, I think my answer was wrong. That the like d square is equal, because lambda 1 to lambda n are all real numbers. Because A is a real symmetric matrix, that's why these all eigenvalues are real. So lambda to the power k equals to 1, lambda I to the power k for all I equals to 1 to n. Now lambda equals to +1 or -1. So then lambda I square equals to 1. And then d square equals to identity. That means then P inverse d square P equals to also identity. Yeah, that means A square equals to identity.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, another question. Suppose x1, x2, consider a continuous distribution at your choice.
Okay.
What is the favorite continuous distribution?
So should I take a family of distributions like with a parameter or just a distribution?
Yeah, with a parameter.
Okay. Then normal mu1. Yes, sir.
Normal.
Is it okay?
Yeah, sure. Suppose normal mu1 is your favorite distribution. So suppose I'm saying that here is x1 and x2 with normal distribution. No, x1 and x2. Okay, x1 follows a normal distribution, x2 follows another normal distribution.
Are they IIT?
And no, they are correlated. Then what can you say about x1 x2 jointly follows? No, I mean not standard normal. You are mu1 sigma 1 square.
Okay. Mu1 sigma 1 square, mu2 sigma 2 square.
Yeah, mu2 sigma.
Okay.
And they are correlated. What can you say about the jointly they follow?
Okay. So
And x1 x2 correlated.
Correlated. No, covariance of x1 x2 not equals to 0. So I can assume.
So what can you say about x1 x2 jointly follows?
So we don't know if x1 and x2 jointly follows bivariate normal angle, right?
Why?
Because it might happen that x1 and x2 they are correlated, but they do not follow bivariate normal distribution exactly.
Can you give me an example?
Yes. So suppose x follows normal 0, 1, and I am taking a distribution, a random variable y depending on x, which is x if mod x greater than equals to 1, minus x if mod x less than 1. So only in the -1 to 1 range I am flipping the random variable. Other than that, I am keeping them
Mhm.
keeping its y same.
Then
So y also follows normal 0, 1. I can prove it if it is needed, but y also follows normal 0, 1. I can prove it by using moment generating function. Moment generating function of y is e to the power half t square. And we have x plus y, let's say. X plus y is another random variable, that is z, which is 2x if mod x greater than equals to 1 and 0 if mod x less than 1. So this is a linear combination of two random variables which are clearly related between them, and also the random variable z, that
okay.
is,
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. So
so this is not
suppose
a
I am
normal.
saying I am saying that x1 and x2 they are following jointly bivariate normal.
Okay.
Okay. So can you
X1.
write down the PDF of that?
Okay. So let me clear this. If x1, x2 followed by bivariate normal, mu1, mu2, sigma 1 square, sigma 2 square, and correlation coefficient rho, then f of x1, x2, the joint PDF would be 1 by 2 pi sigma x, sigma y, root over 1 minus rho square, exponential 1 by, this is minus, 1 minus rho square, x by sigma minus negative by minus 2 y minus mu2 by sigma 2. So this is, I am writing again, this is it unclear. Y minus 2 by sigma 2. This is the joint PDF. Hello? Is it correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So suppose I am asking you write down the um, minimal sufficient statistic for this mu1, mu2, sigma 1, sigma 2.
To sigma sigma.
At least sufficient statistics.
Okay. Trying to break this exponential part.
Do you know what will be the answer?
I think this whole thing in the new exponential part, this will be like, no, sorry. On the hand, I don't know. I can try to calculate. I haven't seen it yet.
Right.
This one is x square minus 2 mu 1x plus mu 1 square y sigma 1 square. X square x. I think there is some kind of problem that is going on with my writing pad. Oh, sorry. x square, y square, and xy. I guess this is a sufficient statistic.
Okay. So yeah, suppose your row is 0, that is they are independent. Okay. So, and I am saying that these two normal have same coefficient of variation. You know coefficient of variation?
Coefficient of variation, that is sigma by mu.
Yeah, good. The sigma by mean. Okay. So suppose these two, their row is 0, and these two are same for these two distribution. And
This is
can you
what I
say
know.
the family is complete or not? Yeah. You know completeness of a family.
Completeness of a family, if there is a complete statistic, then the family is complete, I
What
think.
do you mean by complete statistic?
So if I am given a sample x1 to xn from a distribution f theta, let's say, so f x tilde x curl theta. So this is I am given, and I have a statistics tx curl. Then tx curl will be complete for theta if for any function h, if expectation of this is equals to 0 for all theta in the parameter space that I am given, then ht equals to 0 has probability 1. That is ht is almost surely 0. So then T is
Okay.
called a sufficient complete statistic.
Complete statistic. Okay. So can you tell me whether this family is a complete or not? So whether when you are talking about a complete statistic, then you are talking about a family, right? Is a
Yes.
family. I mean, T is complete for that P theta family, right? Theta is a
Yes.
that space. Okay. So I am giving a family, the bivariate family, and under this same covariance setup, etc. Whether this is a complete or not, can you give me this family whether it's a complete or not? Can you tell me
I think this is not complete.
why?
If I take R to be this, then we have, this is bivariate normal following mu1, mu2, R mu1, R mu2, and 0. So this is actually a curved exponential family, I think, because the dimension of the parameters, there are like 4 parameters, but I only have mu1, mu2, and mu3. Mu1, mu2, and mu1, mu2, and R. These 3 are sufficient to define the whole distribution, right?
This
So expectation of mu1 by, so sigma 1 by mu1, sigma 2 by mu2. I think I can make a function that has expectation this and also this, and then subtract them to get a 0 expectation with from this statistic. I need to think how to make that.
thing, not now. Okay. Okay, this family will not be complete. And you can, you can make a distribution like this and do the all stuff. Okay. Now, suppose on the same setup, you are trying to test whether rho is 0 or not. It's clear.
So the setup is same. just row is 0 or not.
Yeah,
I'm
yesterday
trying to
we said we are trying to test whether row is 0 or not. And I am giving you statistics summation XIY.
summation
XIY. I mean,
xi
you
y.
have a you have a
Acha.
in pair data for that, and yi means I am not taking x1 and x2. I am taking x4.
Okay.
Okay. X, Y, Y,
Okay,
I are
xi y now
bivariate
normal.
normal, blah blah blah, and they are independent taken from that family. And I am asking whether want to test the row is 0 or not using that statistic. Okay. So I am asking this statistic. Are you accepting this statistic?
So is
I
this
mean,
bivariate normal still mu1 mu2 sigma 1 sigma 2 row this or 0 0 1 1 something
okay,
has
0
changed?
0 1 1.
Because
0, 0.
if this is 0 0 1 1 and row, then expectation of t. Okay. So first of all, the expectation will be row n of this n row for n data. So it would be better if I take t as 1 by n summation xi yi.
Yeah, you can take because there is a 1-1 correspondence between them.
Yes,
You
yes.
can take
So
those two.
for estimating now, expectation of t is now rho. So this is an unbiased estimator.
Yes,
And variance, and variance of t equals to 1 by n variance of x1 y1, and this quantity is some sigma dashed square. So this is constant, so this is sigma square by n, like sigma. I'm just calling it sigma square by n. So variance of t also goes to 0. So t is a consistent estimator of rho.
Okay.
And
Is a consistent sum. Will that be ML? This
MLE, I don't think this should be MLE because of the form of the. I can check the likelihood function for a moment and then try. I don't think this will be MLE.
why?
So,
Why?
okay. So the
Can you justify that?
okay. I can justify it without the MLE, I think. Sorry, my pen is not working for some reason. Yes. So T is 1 by n summation xi yi, and rho is the correlation coefficient. So rho is between +1 to -1, always rho. So the MLE of rho, so rho cap MLE, this should also be in -1 to 1, the MLE. But here the T can take values from +∞ to -∞. So probability that mod t greater than 1, that is greater than 0. So this cannot be an MLE because whatever the MLE is, the MLE's range should be also should be contained in the parametric space. But the parametric space is -1 to 1, and T has a range of -∞ to infinity. That is why it cannot be the MLE.
Okay, good. Okay. I would ask you last question, if you don't mind.
So
Suppose MLE always exists. Does MLE always exist?
no, MLE does not always exist.
Can you give me proof of that?
Okay. So considering x1 to xn following IIT uniform 0 to theta, where the range is strict. So the f of xi x, the PDF is defined as 1 by theta, indicator 0 less than equals to x strictly less than theta. So in this way, I am defining the PDF. So this is a strict inequality. So theta cannot attain x, x cannot attain theta. Then the likelihood function will be L of x tilde, that is 1 by theta to the power n indicator. So my pen is keeping sentence. So this is the x in the maximum order statistic that is less than theta. Now the likelihood function when theta is greater than xn is decreasing, because 1 by theta to the power n is decreasing, so the likelihood function is decreasing. So theta will attain its maximum. So this function, this likelihood function will attain its maximum when theta reaches, so theta equals to xn. But the allowed parameter space for theta currently is xn to infinity, where this is open-ended interval. So theta cannot have xn as the value. So in
It does.
xn to infinity.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. Yeah. I'm done. I think.
Okay. Aniv,
Good.
CDF of means x be a random variable, capital X be a random variable,
X random
and
variable.
capital F of x its CDF.
F of x is CDF.
So what is the distribution function of means what is the distribution function of capital F of capital X?
So this is y. So I am being asked if what is the distribution of this.
G.
So do I know if x is continuous or discrete?
Means both.
Because if x is continuous, then we can say that if x is y, this follows uniform 0, 1. But that only happens for when x is continuous. When x is discrete, this might not happen.
Okay, write an example for discrete.
Okay.
Where capital F of x not follow uniform 0, 7.
I am trying. I don't remember off the head, but I can try. If x follows like Bernoulli half, then if x equals to 0, if x less than 0, okay, half if 0 less than equals to x less than 1, 1 if x greater than equals to 1, then yes. So this is f of x, the CDF of x, which is Bernoulli half,
Yes.
and f of x has so range of f is 0, half, and 1, because fx is either 0 or half or 1.
Yes.
Then the random variable fx, which is y, this can only take the values 0, half, and 1, because f of x, this can only take values 0, half, and 1.
Okay,
So y cannot be like uniform 0 to 1, because y does not take all the values from 0 to 1.
Okay.
Y takes
Why
only
cannot
3
be?
discrete.
Yeah, of course. Because x is a discrete random variable, and you are saying that we are imposing a function which is discrete also, that cannot be a continuous function. Yeah.
Yes,
But it will
that is what
follow
I'm.
something else, right? Can you say something? I mean, of course, it is not a continuous function, but it will be a discrete function. So that is what.
So
I mean, you are saying that you are proving that it will not follow uniform 0, 1.
yes.
But Sarah is asking that if you imposing f of x what will that follow? You say that is a uniform 0, 1 if X is continuous. But if it is not a continuous distribution, then of course it will not follow continuous distribution. It will follow something discrete distribution.
Yes, that's what I was saying, because that's why I asked if X follows continuous or discrete. So I'm not sure what the distribution of F is. I can
Try to write.
So I am trying for this example only at this moment, and then I will try for a general case.
No, try for this example.
Yes, okay. So probability, then so if I take just P, no, this will not change anything. So this is just half is okay. So probability y equals to 0 means fx equals to 0. Fx equals to 0, that means probability fx equals to 0. So that means probability x less than 0. And probability y equals to half means probability 0 less than equals to x less than 1 equals to probability x equals to just 0. That is half. And so y follows discrete uniform half and 1. I think that is what I am getting. Okay, so probability of y equals to half is half. Probability of y equals to 1 is also half. So y follows discrete uniform half and half. Right. Sir, you are muted. I cannot hear.
Okay. So can we say about it means uniform distribution, either continuous or discrete?
Okay. Then I think there will be 3 cases that I am thinking of. So one thing is if x is continuous, then fx is following uniform 0, 1. If x is discrete with support of x, cardinality of support of x is finite. It's less than infinity. That means there are finitely many points that x can take. Then fx follows discrete uniform on that support. And I don't know what will happen if it's discrete but the support is infinite. Like if x follows geometric p, then what f of x should follow? I don't know, because the support is infinite. When the support is finite, I think f of x would follow discrete uniform on the support points.
Discrete uniform means you are saying that each point have equal weightage, right?
Yes. On the
Suppose
points
it is
of the support.
suppose it is Bernoulli 1/3. Yeah.
Bernoulli 1/3. Okay, so I have to check. So for Bernoulli 1/3, Bernoulli p, then I think I did wrong. If x follows Bernoulli p, then probability the y equals to p equals to this is probability x equals to 0 plus 1 minus p. This is 1 minus p, and then probability y equals to f of x can take values 0, 1 minus p, and 1, because zero, 1 minus p, and after 1 is 1 minus p jump. So 1 minus p, 1 minus p, if it is 1, then p. No, this is not uniform. This getting, I exactly
That
don't know the
means it will follow some distribution on a support set. Suppose the support is fine, right? In the
yes,
support set, will follow some weightage such that the weight sum is small.
yes,
It
the
is
weightage
like
will follow the jumps before that
the
point.
jump.
Yes, yes.
Okay, write another question. Tell me something about nilpotent matrix.
Right? A is nilpotent. Then all eigenvalues are 0. The characteristic polynomial, if A is n cross n, then characteristic polynomial will be of the form x to the power n equals to 0. Determinant is also 0. Case is also 0.
What is this minimal polynomial?
Polynomial. Polynomial is of the form something x to the power k equals to 0, depends on the dimension of the eigenspaces.
Okay,
Dimension of the
okay.
eigenspace.
Okay, okay. The right example of 3 cross 3 matrix where a to the power 3, sorry, a cube, a to the power 3 not equal to 0, sorry, equal to, not equal to 0, equal to 0, but a square not equal to 0. Write a nilpotent matrix.
Equals to 0. Is square not equals to 0.
This is possible. Where a cube equal to 0 but a square not equal to 0 in case of nilpotent matrix, या in means any general matrix के केस में.
So I'm given a 3 cross 3 matrix. So are you asking that if a to the power n equals to 0, then if a square not equals to 0, is it possible or not? Is this what you're asking? So the 3 cross 3 matrix in Q equals to 0, a square not equals to 0. If it's Q equals to 0. A square I'm not sure about this. Any kind of hint or approach. If you can guide me.
Try to write example of means nilpotent matrix. Try to write example of nilpotent matrix. नहीं, diagonal entries, all diagonal entries are zero na in case of nilpotent matrix.
In case of nilpotent matrix, or diagonal elements are zero. Let me check. The sum of the diagonals is zero. All the diagonal elements.
Okay, write example 0 0 1
Yes,
0
yes, the diagonal elements should be zero. Yes, yes.
in case of upper या lower triangular matrix. Okay, so try to write upper triangular matrix या lower triangular matrix.
Okay, so I am writing just this matrix 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. So
Yeah.
this will have a cube equals to 0, but also a square equals to 0.
Okay. Then first row and second column 1. 0 की जगह पर 1 लिखो आप. हाँ. Then check.
A cube equals to 0. Okay. A square equals to 0, 0. Not writing. No. What this is? A square is 0 again. Sir, a square is again 0.
Okay, a square again 0. Okay. Then second row and third column.
Yes, this one.
0 की जगह पर 1 कर दो. Second row and third column.
यहाँ पे 0 है. So this
Then try
0 0 1. A square is 0 0 1, and then 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, a square is 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0, and a cube is
a cube to must be 0. A cube
a
must
cube
be
is
0
0.
because this is nilpotent matrix, right?
Yes, then 0. The a cube is 0. This
Okay.
is a square.
Okay, done. हाँ, नने fine ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ.
I think.
आप कुछ सजेशन देना चाहते हैं इनको?
Yes, sir. Any feedback?
नहीं, ऐसा ही कॉन्फिडेंट रहिए एग्जाम के बोर्ड पर, और सब कुछ एकदम ठीक ठाक है, कोई बात नहीं. आपके
हाँ.
शायद आपको थोड़ा मैथमेटिक्स से ही पूछेंगे क्योंकि आप बी मैथ से हो, तो ठीक है. आई गेस कूल. ऑल द बेस्ट.
Thank you, sir.
ऑल द
Any
बेस्ट.
kind of
और आप रिलैक्स रहना, और वो आप लोगों को मीन्स आपको हिंट देंगे. जैसे मैंने आपको लास्ट में हिंट दिया, आप इस क्वेश्चन में फंसे, तो वैसे वो आपको हिंट देंगे. ठीक है ना? बस आपको प्रोसीड करने आना चाहिए, एकदम से स्टक नहीं हो जाना. ठीक है ना? और बिल्कुल ही मना नहीं करना. जैसे कि मैं एक जगह इंटरव्यू दिया था, तो मैं डायरेक्टली मना कर रहा था, नहीं आता है, नहीं आता है. ठीक है ना? तो इससे वो नाखुश थे. जब मैं बाहर निकला ना, तो वो लोग खुद से बातें कर रहे थे कि ये लड़का डायरेक्ट मना कर रहा था. माने एक होता है ना कि अप्रोच लेना, ये बिल्कुल अप्रोच लेने के लिए सोच ही नहीं रहा था, ये डायरेक्ट मना कर रहा था. तो ये इसका गलत इंप्रेशन जाता है. ठीक है ना? आप पहले सोचो, आप ट्राई करो, और ट्राई करते हुए माना करो कि सर मैं मीन्स नहीं सोच पा रहा हूँ. तो आप कुछ और मेरे से पूछ सकते हैं. ठीक है ना? या आप प्लीज गिव मी हिंट, आप ऐसे बोल सकते. माने सबसे बेस्ट है हिंट मांगो. एकदम डायरेक्ट नहीं होता है, क्वेश्चन सुने नहीं और डायरेक्ट मना कर दिया. भले वो आपको नहीं पता है, लेकिन आप डायरेक्ट मना मत करो. बोर्ड पर प्रोसीड करने की कोशिश करो, सोचो, ताकि उनको लगे कि हाँ, ये कहीं ना कहीं पढ़ा है, दिमाग से स्लिप हो गया है. अब डायरेक्ट
Sure.
मना कर दोगे ना तो इसका गलत इंप्रेशन जाता है। मेरा ऐसे ही गलत इंप्रेशन गया था, जैसे कि वो मेरे से होमोमॉर्फिज्म का डिफिनीशन पूछ दिए, जबकि मुझे पता था मैं अप्रोच कर सकता था, लेकिन मैं इसलिए मना कर दिया कि मुझे डर लग रहा था ना, कि ऐसा नहीं कि मैं डिफिनीशन लिखूं और उसमें वो और 2-3 क्वेश्चंस ऐड ऑन करते, तो मैं इससे डरता था, तो इसलिए मैं डायरेक्ट ही मना कर दिया कि नहीं, मुझे ग्रुप थ्योरी आता ही नहीं है, तो आप मेरे से क्वेश्चन ही मत पूछो। तो ये मेरा गलत मैसेज चला गया, ठीक है ना। तो वो मेरा पॉइंट्स काट लिया, मैं गेट के बाहर सुन रहा था, उनकी आवाज बाहर आ रही थी, वो आपस में डिस्कस कर रहे थे। तो इसलिए डायरेक्ट कुछ मना नहीं करना है, ठीक है ना। आपको
Sure.
अप्रोच लेना है, और अप्रोच लेते हुए आप प्यार से मना करो कि प्लीज मैं, या प्लीज गिव मी सम हिंट, या फिर आप 1 मिनट 2 मिनट लेकर के उसको आप मना कर सकते हो कि सर प्लीज आप कुछ और मेरे से पूछ लीजिए, ठीक है ना।
ठीक है
हाँ,
सर,
बाकी
एकदम।
सब तो फाइन है, मुझे नहीं लगता कि इसकी नौबत आएगी। फिर भी हमें हर एक तरफ से, मीन्स हर तरह से प्रिपेयर रहने की जरूरत है, ठीक है ना। चलो,
ठीक है,
बेस्ट
ठीक
ऑफ
है,
लक एंड
ठीक है सर।
बाकी
कोई
तो मैं,
एस्पेक्ट जहाँ पे मुझे इम्प्रूव करना होगा, लाइक स्टैटिस्टिक, प्रोबेबिलिटी और लीनियर
देखिए
अलजेब्रा
मैं
में
आप
थोड़ा
लोगों
देखना
से
पड़ेगा
टेस्टिंग का
मैट्रिक्स में।
क्वेश्चन आपसे नहीं पूछे हैं हम लोग, तो आप एक बार
अच्छा
टेस्टिंग का
अच्छा।
देख लेना, ठीक है ना।
श्योर श्योर सर।
हाँ, चलो ठीक, बाकी मैं ग्रुप में तो गाइड करते रहूंगा।
ठीक है सर,
हाँ
एकदम।
हाँ, चलो चलो।
थैंक